Not long afterwards, in the evening, the 7 dwarfs came home. But how shocked they were when they saw their dear Snow White lying on the ground, and that she neither stirred nor moved, and seemed to be dead. They lifted her up, and as they saw that the necklace around her neck was locked so tightly, they loosened it up. Then she began to breathe a little, and after a while came to life again. When the dwarfs heard what had happened, they said,
The old peddler woman was no one else than the wicked queen. Take care and let no one come in when we are not with you.
But the wicked woman, when she had reached home, went in front of the magic mirror and asked,
Magic mirror on the wall, who in this land is the fairest of all?
And it answered as before,
You are my queen, but over the hills where the 7 dwarfs dwell, Snow White is still alive and well, and no one is so fair as she.
When she heard that, all her blood rushed to her heart with fear, for she saw plainly that little Snow White was again alive.
But now,
She said,
I will think of something that shall put an end to you.
and by the help of witchcraft, which she understood, she made a poisonous comb. Then she disguised herself and took the shape of another old woman. So she went over the 7 mountains to the 7 dwarfs, knocked at the door, and cried,
Good things to sell. Cheap.
"Cheap." Snow White looked out and said,
Go away. I cannot let anyone come in. I suppose you can look.
said the old woman, and pulled the poisonous comb out and held it up. It pleased the young lady so well that she left herself be beguiled and opened the door. When they had made a bargain, the old woman said,
Now I will comb you properly for once.
Poor Snow White had no suspicion, and let the old woman do as she pleased. But hardly had she put the comb in her hair than the poison in it took effect, and the girl fell down senseless.
You paragon of beauty,
Said the wicked woman,
you are done for now.
and she went away. But fortunately, it was almost evening. Then the 7 dwarfs came home. When they saw Snow White lying as if dead upon the ground, they at once suspected the stepmother, and they looked and found the poisoned comb. Scarcely had they taken it out when Snow White came to herself and told them what had happened. Then they warned her once more to be upon her guard and to open the door to no one. The queen at the palace went in front of the magic mirror and said,
Magic mirror on the wall, who in this land is the fairest of all?
Then it answered as before,
O queen, you are the fairest of all I see. But over the hills where the 7 dwarfs dwell, Snow White is still alive and well, and none is so fair as she.
When she heard the magic mirror speak thus, she trembled and shook with rage.
Snow White shall die,
She cried.
even if it cost me my life.
Thereupon she went into a quiet, secret, lonely room where no one ever came, and there she made a very poisonous apple. Outside it looked pretty, white with a red cheek, so that everyone who saw it longed for it. But whoever ate a piece of it